Okay, let's watch a light cameraman. Let's go.
In today's video, we'll talk about every single Skibidi Toilet that was shown in the series and
Oh,
their powers that you might not have noticed. If you don't want to miss any interesting secrets, make sure to watch
okay, so this episode will be really long and really great.
until the end. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. As everybody knows at this point that the first Skibidi Toilet we saw was in episode 1, and it was the normal Skibidi Toilet with the male _07 model. These toilets are by far the most common and recognizable toilets within the whole series.
Yeah, but for me, he's like a god for the Skibidi Toilet.
They have been around since the beginning alongside the cameraman and tend to be their main enemy. Being the first introduced Skibidi Toilet in the series, they have also been the most numerous, appearing in almost every episode in the series so far. Just like the others, it sings the Skibidi Toilet anthem, except in a normal pitched voice. However, they still possess the same properties as the much larger toilets, except with more limitations, such as being much weaker. Other than the mini Skibidi toilets, they are probably the weakest toilet in the series, being able to be easily defeated with the use of flushing, likely crushing their skull or destroying them in an unknown way.
But
In episode 2, we did get to see
what? Why they? There is a statue of the first Skibidi Toilet. Why there is a picture sign on the church?
Skibidi urinals,
I think this first Skibidi Toilet is pretty important.
but they haven't appeared again, most likely because of the fact that they are stuck to the wall. But one thing that was different about the Skibidi urinals is that they had a female version, which we haven't seen from any of the toilets, and she gets killed by the other 2 Skibidi urinals. I guess not every female character in the series gets the same love as our beloved TV woman, but anyways. In episode 3, the invasion of Skibidi Toilets finally starts, and we see large and giant Skibidi Toilets for the first time. There isn't much to large Skibidi Toilets other than them being bigger and a little stronger, but when it comes to the giant Skibidi Toilets, they are far more dangerous than normal Skibidi Toilets. Their size makes them much stronger than most other toilets and thus harder to kill.
Yeah.
They can be flushed, but it takes at least 2 strong individuals in order to do that. Giant Skibidi Toilets seem to at least possess a bit more intelligence than other variants, as they can be seen leading several Skibidi Toilets into success and easily destroying several cameramen. The giant Skibidi Toilets have different means of attacking compared to the normal Skibidi Toilets. Instead of headbutting their victims, they will instead attempt to run over their enemies using their massive weight. However, this could be a bit of a problem for them, as they are slower than most other types of toilets. After this point of the video, I'll be skipping most of the regular Skibidi Toilets like the semi-large Skibidi Toilet, so that we
Yeah.
can just talk about the interesting Skibidi Toilets with special
Let's go.
abilities. In episode 5, we get to meet our first modified Skibidi Toilet.
With laser.
It's the giant flying Skibidi Toilet.
Yeah.
This toilet has the same appearance as the giant Skibidi Toilet. This toilet also has a different anthem. The anthem is a remix of the original and a song from
Star Wars, yeah.
As he was doing it, more giant flying Skibidi Toilets appeared. They also launched flying Skibidi Toilets out of their mouth, and they attacked the POV cameraman at the end of the episode. The Disc Jockey Skibidi Toilet is a Skibidi Toilet variant that debuts in Skibidi Toilet 6. Unlike most toilets, he sings the Bloody Mary remix of the Skibidi anthem.
Yeah.
He is a medium-sized
Okay.
toilet with a beanie and purple head.
Okay, this is pretty great information, you know?
Phones. It is unknown what happens to it after Skibidi Toilet 6 as the scene ends when the DJ Skibidi Toilet opens its mouth and its mouth covers the screen. In episode 7, we get to meet one of the main villains of the series, the G-Man Skibidi
yeah.
Toilet. He is known as the most powerful Skibidi Toilet until now and has been the Skibidi Toilet that got the most substantial upgrades until now.
Yeah.
His main ability is shooting orange laser beams from his eye.
He is the strongest one right now. Maybe UFO is the better. I really don't know. Because UFO can teleport and it's pretty fast.
Which is shown to be a deadly and devastating attack. And he does get an upgrade. In episode 38, we see the cameraman ready to shoot the Parasite Disabler laser tank's Parasite Disabler beam to the Titan Speaker Man, but G-Man Skibidi Toilet notices this and we can see that he has been upgraded.
Yeah.
He can now fly with jetpacks and also has so much more armor for protection. We can also see his new laser guns doubling his fire output. This upgrade was an upgrade no one saw coming and made G-Man a lot more powerful than before. As you know, later in the series, he fights with Titan TV Man in episode 47, and this fight injures him so much that he can't use his eye lasers anymore, but he might get healed later on in the series. With the start of the series, we start seeing more and more variations of Skibidi Toilets, which starts with, in episode 9, we see the police Skibidi Toilet.
That was pretty funny. I think the Boom made this because they want to make a really funny and entertaining video.
For the first
shorts.
time, but there is not much difference between them compared to the normal Skibidi Toilets.
Yeah.
The Holy Skibidi Toilet, or Saint Skibidi Toilet, is a unique, large-sized toilet that has only been seen in episode 10. It was seen preaching in a church to hundreds of Skibidi Toilets. Notably, the Holy Skibidi Toilet's eyes glowed red when he ate a cameraman. Why this is remains unknown, but we have seen some other Skibidi Toilets' eyes going red later in the series. Large golden halo above his head that is held by sticks, identical to the Cheater's Lament from Team Fortress 2. Also unique to this toilet is the song it sings, being a remixed version of the normal anthem. The Triplet Skibidi Toilets were a massive gestalt toilet that consisted of 3 conjoined members. 2 of them were similar in appearance and faced forwards, and the third...
This is my favorite Skibidi Toilet in the series. Triple Demon Skibidi Toilet. It's pretty hilarious.
Backwards. This third member of the triplet had a larger, more powerful head with devil horns, and would often conceal itself behind the first 2 to surprise the cameramen. Their first appearance was in episode 11, when they led a force of giant Skibidi Toilets against some marching cameramen. They appeared again in episode 17, alongside other large and powerful Skibidi Toilets, surviving a failed orbital camera laser strike to destroy them and their G-Man Skibidi Toilet leader. Their last appearance was in episode 19, when they attacked the Titan cameraman and were subsequently killed. The giant rocket Skibidi Toilet is a Skibidi Toilet that was featured a couple of times in the series, and he is one of the Skibidi Toilets that's quite powerful. The giant rocket Skibidi Toilet has showcased its capacity to fly and steamroll at high speeds, and it is also capable of self-exploding, making it one of the most powerful Skibidi Toilets that hold a substantial explosive force. The giant rocket Skibidi Toilet made its initial appearance in episode 14, bursting into the scene by careening into...
By the way, that was the last shown of this rocket Skibidi Toilet. I think there was more later.
The 3 giant Skibidi Toilets indiscriminately. Following this encounter, it proceeded to crush a heavy amount of cameramen, resulting in the demise of each one during the process. The giant rocket Skibidi Toilet made its second appearance in episode 17, where it was seen attending a meeting alongside other Skibidi Toilets, including the G-Man Skibidi Toilet. During this episode, the giant rocket Skibidi Toilet did not participate in any combat. Instead, it made a cameo appearance as a minor figure. Interestingly, it did not have its 3 rocket boosters attached to each side. Instead, it seems to have completely disappeared, though it is likely an animation error. The giant rocket Skibidi Toilet made its third appearance in episode 20, where it executed an airborne assault by launching into the Titan cameraman's riot shield.
Suicide
The impact
mission.
resulted in both the shield and the toilet exploding. Now, before we get into the most powerful Skibidi Toilets, let's talk about the few random Easter egg Skibidi Toilets that have appeared in the series.
Yeah, this is
Until
pretty
now,
strange.
there have been only 2 of these appearances.
Engineers
Both are in
and
episode
Cat.
16, where the CCTV cameraman goes undercover to go inside a Skibidi Toilet bunker. We can see a Skibidi Toilet with a cat head and a blue hat engineer Skibidi Toilet from Team Fortress 2. We never get to see them again, but who knows, maybe later in the series they'll come back. The Hat Skibidi Toilet, also known as the Assassin Skibidi Toilet, is a special Skibidi Toilet seen in episodes 15 and 26 that wears a Grenadier soft hat from Team Fortress 2. It usually roams the top floor of apartment buildings. Therefore, there is a very high probability that it will attack the cameramen who are there. It pushes the cameraman off the building. At the end of episode 16, we are teased of a spider Skibidi Toilet for half a second, but we don't get to see it fully until episode 17 when he is climbing to the roof. We can also see a gun placed in a very goofy place with a goofy shape, if you know what I mean. These spider Skibidi Toilet weapons get weirder and weirder as the series continues. Large camouflage Skibidi Toilet was seen briefly in episode 18 before getting stepped on by cameraman Titan. There is an extreme lack of information on this toilet, as it was stepped on by cameraman Titan before it could do any more damage. Helicopter Skibidi Toilet is an extremely rare toilet that can only be seen in earlier episodes of Skibidi Toilet, like episode 17 or 22. It is unknown how they attack, or that they even attack at all, since we've only seen them fly around and escort other Skibidi Toilets.
By the way,
like
there
G-Man.
was more, of course, later. Later we saw many of the helicopters, even upgraded with the rocket launcher.
However, more recent episodes showcase different variants equipped with ranged weaponry to combat the Alliance, which could suggest that the flying helicopter Skibidi Toilets require an external source to help them even attack. In episode 22, we get to meet one of the strangest Skibidi Toilets to this day, and it's the Hydra Strider Skibidi Toilet, which is a unique Skibidi Toilet who was seen running up and attacking cameramen by surprise using its fast speed and quintuple heads. It has the body of a regular Skibidi Toilet, but spouts its signature 5 heads from the bowl instead of 1. Each of these heads looks unique from the others. The Hydra Toilet also has spider legs like a Strider Skibidi Toilet. Like the Strider Toilets, the 5 heads of the Hydra Toilet don't sing the full anthem, but instead say the word Skibidi over and over again when attacking. The 5 heads sing out of sync with each other, which is very overstimulating and creepy. The Hydra Strider Toilet can run very fast, possibly even faster than regular Strider Toilets. It is also seen sneaking up on the POV cameraman in episode 22, meaning it may be quite stealthy when it chooses to be. In episode 24, however, this is not the case, as we hear the quick slapping of its legs on the ground behind the POV cameraman before it attacks. It uses its 5 heads to overwhelm the victim. Giant Mafia Skibidi Toilet is a Skibidi Toilet variant that appears in episode 28 and dies after being slapped to the ground and exploded by Titan Speakerman in the same episode. Since he was killed by Titan Speakerman in the only episode in which he appears in the story, and his attack power and durability are unknown. Now let's talk about one of the most overpowered and crazy Skibidi Toilets that have appeared up until now. The Glitch Skibidi Toilet, which appeared in episodes 29 and 54, was thought to be the strongest Skibidi Toilet after G-Man Skibidi Toilet because of his speed. But it was shown in episode 54 that the TV woman had the skills to stop his rampage, but this doesn't make him less powerful. In the 2 episodes we saw the Glitch Toilet, the casualties he caused...
I think UFO, is the better than Glitch,
literally seconds is still insane to this day. Scientist Skibidi Toilet is the Skibidi Toilet YouTube Shorts series secondary antagonist. He is most known as the creator of the parasitic Skibidi Toilet, something which completely changed the war.
And he probably upgrades all Skibidi Toilets and make more technology.
30, he grabs a large cameraman with his hook so that he can't move, and then opens his mouth and manually places the parasitic Skibidi Toilet into the large cameraman. The large cameraman then proceeds to get hijacked and attacks the POV cameraman. The toilet is a Skibidi Toilet with a gray toilet base. The head looks like an old man, a scientist. He wears glasses. He has a robotic arm at the back to clamp the cameraman who are about to be infected to prevent it from escaping. He can release parasitic Skibidi Toilets out of his mouth. He can be seen in episode 16 inside what was probably a Skibidi Toilet laboratory. His toilet was not yet gray. He also didn't have the robotic arm. It is likely his toilet only became gray when he created the Glitch Skibidi Toilet or parasitic Skibidi Toilet.
So maybe not scientists upgrade themselves, so maybe there is someone else.
Also see him in episode 32 on the roof, the episode where the Titan Speakerman gets infected, which literally changed the whole course of the battle and every single episode that came after. Normal parasitic Skibidi Toilet or parasite toilet is a Skibidi Toilet that made its first appearance in Skibidi Toilet 30. Normal parasite Skibidi Toilet was responsible for the infected in Skibidi Toilet 31. The large parasitic toilet is a variant of the parasitic Skibidi Toilet used to infect enemy Titans, most notably Titan Speakerman, who they infected in episode 32. These are invented to infect Titans
that was pretty scary and sad moment.
Specifically because of their size. Giant Soldier Skibidi Toilet is a special Skibidi Toilet that only appears in episode 32. Although he appears only briefly in the story, it is not difficult to understand he is a powerful, unbeatable creature. So much so that even Titan Speakerman had a hard time trying to stop him. And as you know, this episode doesn't end well for the Titan Speakerman, so we never get to see the real power of this Skibidi Toilet. The mutant Skibidi Toilet was a minor antagonist who debuted in episode 33. He is an eccentric creation associated with the Skibidi Toilets. This unique specimen appeared to be a fusion of a medium Skibidi Toilet and a large Speakerman's body, with an electrical box mounted on the back of the toilet. The mutant Skibidi Toilet demonstrated a high level of speed among Skibidi Toilets, surpassed only by the Hydra Spider Skibidi Toilet and the Glitch Skibidi Toilet. The jetpack Skibidi Toilet is seen in episode 39 for the first time, ambushing a
old Skibidi Toilets gets upgraded,
cameraman and killing it before attempting to attack the POV cameraman, but was stopped by the TV man and was flushed by POV cameraman. He is not unique, and he appears multiple times, including the latest episode Skibidi Toilet 54, where we see him get stunned and flushed again. After this episode 42, with the appearance of TV men, the Skibidi Toilets start ramping up their upgrades, and we get to see many new Skibidi Toilets in every new episode. At the end of episode 42, we see a new Skibidi Toilet that's called the Claw Skibidi Toilet, and it's a rusty toilet with a mouthless face and claw hands.
That was
My
pretty
guess is that
scary.
this Skibidi Toilet was an old experiment and is being used as a deadly weapon now.
Yeah.
In episode 43, we are introduced to gray Skibidi Toilets with sunglasses to protect themselves against the TV beams. They don't really have anything special other than this, but in episode 44, we get to see a newly upgraded version of the gray Skibidi Toilet kind, called a giant spider Skibidi Toilet with sunglasses.
That was
comes
really
noticeably
insane. So many new characters, new enemies.
And ready to fight against the Titan TV men, but as we know by now, that doesn't end well for him. The Titan TV men overpowers him so much so that the fear in the giant spider Skibidi Toilet with glasses is so noticeable. His spider legs are also different compared to the Strider Skibidi Toilets, and it's more like the arms of Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man. We also get to see a giant rocket launcher gray Skibidi Toilet and two large helicopter gray Skibidi Toilets in the same episode, and their fates are the same as any other Skibidi Toilet that goes against the Titan TV men. That being exploding and dying. In episode 46, we get to see one of the weirdest Skibidi Toilets again, and it's the giant vacuum Skibidi Toilet.
Yeah.
It is also one of the creepiest Skibidi Toilets that we ever see in the series. It can
so
vacuum anything
strange.
into his mouth. And he also has a weapon on the sides for melee attacks that he used against Titan TV men. And the only disadvantage he has is that he
really
cannot
creepy.
see because of the metal embedded in his eyes. Even though this acts like an advantage in this episode because Titan TV man's beam won't affect him, there is no escaping Titan TV men because of all his weapons. There are still a lot more Skibidi Toilets to talk about, and if you want to know about the secrets of the Skibidi Toilets that I haven't talked about that, make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below if you...
Okay, that was pretty great episode from Elite Cameraman. Wow, great stuff.